they are not guaranteed to break out to the upside. They can actually break down. That's why I always advise people to wait. Don't trade it yet. You want to wait until the breakout, because if you actually trade the actual breakout, you are much likelier to actually make money off of the trade.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Today, I sat down with Carl from the moon, as always on Thursdays, to discuss whether Bitcoin is bearish or bullish right now. Looking at different time frames, we may be getting different answers, but Ethereum does seem to be shaping up for a breakout. I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about that in this video. If you do want to trade Ethereum or Bitcoin or XRP, you guys make sure to go to bitboycrypto.com/deals, and you can go to the FEMEX and ByBit sections. And if you sign up for either one, you can get some great deposit bonuses on their site. Also, check out our full reviews on bitboycrypto.com under the reviews section. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Hey everybody, today, as always on Thursdays, I'm joined by Carl from the moon. You guys make sure to go subscribe down to his channel down below in the description. Today, we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin and a potential breakout for Ethereum. A lot of people are talking about Ethereum, so we're gonna end with that. But Carl, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm still here in Dubai. It's getting hotter and hotter, and soon I'm going to have to escape over to Europe again. But I'm having a great day and time here in Dubai. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good and getting ready to go down to Miami tomorrow for Bitcoin 2021. I see a lot of people posting about being down there, and I'm just like, the party don't start until I walk in. So I'm a little upset with these people down there partying before I get there, but some people have jobs. Some people have to work. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to make the content. I thought it was funny. Like, a lot of people are talking about how everybody on YouTube's numbers are down this week. And I was like, well, it's because all of our viewers are in Miami. There's like 50,000 people there.
Oh, 50,000.
That's what they say. That's what Cointelegraph said. They said they're expecting 50,000 people down there this week, and a lot of them are already there. So the festivities actually, pop off today. But we, I got videos. I got to sit down with Carl and talk about Bitcoin. That's what I got to do on Thursdays. While these other people are out there, I don't know, like drinking and partying. We're working, we're grinding because we care about the people. Carl, let's show them what's going on with Bitcoin. Of
course. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone is a little bit, or everyone always wants to know if it's going to go up or down. And it's always a little bit different on different time frames. I always tell people that we can be bullish on the weekly, while bearish on the daily, and then bullish on the 4-hour. So it all depends on what time frame you look at. So we can just head into the charts and take a look at that. All right, so this is the Bitcoin price on the 4-hour time frame. And the reason why I'm starting off on the 4-hour is because we can see that this triangle that Bitcoin has been forming is seemingly right now breaking to the upside. The only problem is that we're not seeing the type of volume that I would like to see when we see this breakout, because without any significant volume, there is the risk that we might see a fake out like this, right? So I would love to see more volume come in here. But one thing that was bullish that I really liked was the fact that Bitcoin clearly broke above the 4-hour EMA ribbon here. And I think that's a nice bullish flip on the 4-hour time frame. So that's when I flipped bullish, actually, on the 4-hour. So let's go to the daily time frame, because on the daily, we're still clearly in a downtrend here. I think everyone has to see that. And we have the daily ribbon above us. So the resistance is basically above us right now. And even if we just bring out something like, we can bring out the moving averages, and we're still below the 200 daily moving average. And we're right now testing the 20 daily moving average. So looking at the daily time frame, you have to just realize that we are bearish. It's a bearish trend. So yeah, we can, like I said, we can be bullish on one time frame while bearish on the other. That said, we can go to the weekly as well and take a look at that, because bringing out the moving averages here, we look bullish. We're way above the 200, 150. And if we bring up the weekly EMA ribbon, for example, you can see that we got a beautiful bounce off of the lower part of the ribbon here, and we're still above it. So the weekly is bullish, the daily is bearish, the 4 hour is bullish. There you go. And let's just go back into the 4 hour real quick and talk about the fact that we are seeing this triangle breakout. And also, of course, we saw this small little. I'm not sure. Did we talk about this last? No, no. This is
I
formed
don't know if
after.
we
Okay,
did or
this.
not, but I did talk about it on my channel yesterday, the inverse head and shoulders.
Yeah, yeah. This broke out very nicely here, and of
Yeah.
course met my target there. But yeah, so we're breaking out, and technically, the target should be something like this, which gives us a target of $51,000.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think that if we do see a breakup like this, which is possible, I would probably target this neckline out of this bigger head and shoulders because that's big resistance.
Yeah.
So instead of targeting exactly that level, I would just target the neckline, which would be maybe something like $46,000 for Bitcoin. But without the volume, I wouldn't say that I'm that confident in that big pump, because if we see that happen, this would actually lead to a bullish reversal on the daily time frame. And like I said, so far we're still bearish on the daily. So the bulls are the ones that have all the heavy work to do here, in my opinion. We have to change the trend because we're still in a bear trend for Bitcoin.
Yeah, Carl, I'm gonna need you to do that. If you could go ahead and flip that, that would be nice. Because let's see the breakout.
I will try.
Two questions, Carl. Number one, what kind of volume would you be looking for to confirm? Like, what kind of, just kind of looking at the bottom at the volume? Is there a specific kind of like, you know, size of a bar there down there that you would look for it to match?
So, well, let's just say that the pattern has this volume right there.
Yeah.
And you want the volume spike to be preferably way above most of the candlestick or the volume candles in this pattern. So I mean, something like this maybe, right?
Yeah.
And right now we're very, very low compared to that.
Below that. Yeah.
Very well below. So even though I actually put in a long position here when we broke the 4 hour ribbon, I'm a little bit cautious here, because you could also make the case that the pattern maybe should look something like this. And in that case, it looks like we didn't break out yet. That's why we have to, we have to pay attention to the volume. And I would say if we do see any signs that we might start rolling over, then I'm just going to exit my position, because I think that there is a big risk of a throwback here. Essentially, that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin without the volume.
Yeah. So if you could pop that EMA ribbon back up for the daily, because I would like to see like what number would Bitcoin need to get to kind of flip that ribbon. So it's looking like kind of about the same place, like right about that 46,000 level, somewhere around there.
Right now it's at 46, but within like 4, 5, 6, 7 days, it's going to go down, right? So I would say maybe 44,000, because you can see that, of course, it's going to come down like this maybe. So, but yeah, let's say $40,000. Yeah, 45,000 to break above into bullish again. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen on the daily for me to flip really bullish. Breaking the ribbon is not enough for me. I really want to see Bitcoin break also above this neckline. I mean, you can see we broke above the daily ribbon there. We actually came back below it again. So it doesn't have to necessarily be like V signal always. This resistance here is super powerful, and we have to break above that one for me to flip 100% bullish on the daily, because right now I am bearish on the daily time frame.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's talk about Ethereum though, because Ethereum, I know you said you are very bullish on right now. You said it could be approaching a breakout. You think it could break out even if Bitcoin stays stagnant. Tell us what you're seeing with Ethereum.
Okay, so let's say I wouldn't say that I'm bullish yet. I would be bullish if we break this line right here, which is the $2,890 level approximately. You could call this a double bottom. And if we break the neckline, we will see a pump. You can also call this an ascending triangle like so, which looks quite beautiful. And yeah, everyone wants to know the targets. So let's take a look at the targets in this case. If we do this, like this, then you can see that this would be a pump of up to approximately $4,000 if we see this ascending triangle play out. And obviously it will be pretty much the same for the double bottom. If you want to pull this down all the way down to the lowest wick there, then you can say that the target should be maybe 41,000, but let's say 40,000 to round it up could be the target here. Yeah, this breakout could happen within the next couple of hours, but it could also take maybe another 2-3 days. So this is it all depends. Either we break out here or we see another leg down like this and break out here. But as any bullish pattern, they are not guaranteed to break out to the upside. They can actually break down. That's why I always advise people to wait. Don't trade it yet. You want to wait until the breakout, because if you actually trade the actual breakout, you are much likelier to actually make money off of the trade, because as soon as we break a resistance, the chance of us continuously going higher is much higher than before resistance. Longing in resistance like this is very, very bad, because obviously we are very likely to see this play out, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah. So wait for the breakout. That's what I always say to people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that, it's very interesting to see Ethereum having these moves and these potential breakouts, because getting back to $4,000 would be almost right back to all-time highs. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is not even close, to return to all-time highs. So it's kind of like, it's really amazing to think about, how far Ethereum has come since earlier this year, February, March, when it was down so much. And if it does get this big move, it's going to eat away again at that Bitcoin dominance. And like we talked about last week, I definitely think that we are going to see Ethereum have a great chance to flip Bitcoin in this cycle, at least temporarily. So, Carl, Thank you so much for joining us. Definitely been insightful. This $4,000 target keeps coming up, with people I'm talking about with Ethereum. So hopefully that is something we do see. You got anything you want to leave us with today?
Yeah, just like, so for Bitcoin, there's a lot that has to happen for me to flip bullish on the daily. But for Ethereum, actually, I believe I will flip bearish as soon as we break this resistance. I'm still technically, I would say neutral here, neutral or bearish, because we are consolidating after a big bear trend. But breaking above this level is enough for me to believe that the bulls are back and we're probably going to see a break to the upside. But that said, trade the breakout, wait for that.
Love that. All right, guys, make sure you make your comments down below. Let us know what you think Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to do this week. Would love to see your thoughts and opinions. That's all I got. Be blessed.
15,000 likes.
Oh, that's right, guys. Before we leave, make sure you hit that like button for us.
15,000.
Yeah, we can get 15,000 on this BitSquad. That's easy peasy. Hit that lemon squeezy. Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you make those comments down below. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.